Hi everybody, welcome to the Black Dragon Tavern. I'm your host Dante.
I'm your... Oh, that's throwing me off. And I'm your host, Deacon.
And give me just a second to get the volume down on my phone here. Well, at least we know that's working, Deacon.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 8, coming to you live from Madison, Wisconsin, from the Workbench. We had a little bit of a disagreement here prior to the stream as to whether or not we were going to do fireside chat, which we haven't done in quite a while, actually.
We did it
Did we do it last week? I don't remember. It feels like we haven't done it in forever because we started venturing down a couple other paths where we jump right into the stream. Like when we've been doing the last couple of Battlezone broadcasts from the game table. Anyway, a couple things we wanted to talk about before we get started here. Just a couple shout outs. Again, a Capricious Gamer, thanks for the follows and, every time you come hang out, it's really cool. A. Jimenez, we haven't seen you in a long time. Hope that you're doing well and come out and see us. And, everybody else who helped us get to the affiliate goal. And things are going pretty good so far.
They are. We've already got a couple subscribers.
Yep, a couple subscribers. Yeah. Channel's growing, and we appreciate that. That's what we're trying to do here is just grow our little community. So if you get a chance, check out our About page. We have several social links there. I probably I could drop some stuff here. So there, I think I just dropped a bunch of social links in the chat. But more importantly, on our homepage on Twitch, we auto-host a whole lot of fantastic streamers. So please do support small streamers. We make up the bulk of Twitch, and we try to bring you some of the most fun content out there.
Yeah.
So not a whole lot to talk about tonight, really, before we get started on the kit bashing and modeling. But one of the things that I want to talk about is if you're tuning in, if you watch us regularly or even semi-regularly, you'll know we do an RPG every 2 weeks. We do Dante's game, and that's a homebrew RPG that I've been cooking up for several decades. We're very sad to see the departure of our very long-time dear friend Jeff Preston. He is leaving the game to pursue other things. And we're going to miss him sorely. He had just gotten started and played a couple sessions with us and had some things come up that he needs to attend to. So we give him our full love and support. And, hopefully from time to time he'll check in with us and see how things are going. And, of course, like I said, we've been friends for 16 or 17 years now. So we do keep in touch in real life. And it's not just, like Facebook friendship kind of a thing like that. So we're going to miss you, Jeff. Best wishes, with all the stuff that you're working on right now. And to fill in that chair, to bring another partner and another player into the game, because we do need like at least 3 players for this game to work out. We're welcoming your friend Sarah.
Yeah.
So they'll be joining us.
They have, I believe they have been on the stream before. They were here when we played Shagoth.
That's correct. Yep, and that was a really fun evening, and I think they enjoyed it, and they said as much afterwards. So we're really excited to have them join Dante's game, and they're going to be working on their character concept before the next stream, before next Friday. So I've got we both have to tag team on the instant messages and make sure that they can get moving on that so that we can get that character set up. So next Friday, 8 p.m. to midnight, that's what we'll be doing is we'll be bringing you session 3 of Dante's game. And there will be a few changes on that for the player lineup. Not a big deal though. Deacon, what are you working on tonight? I see a whole lot of really cool stuff lined up there on your workbench.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because I'm not actually working on any of this tonight. I was just getting some of this assembled for the crusade that's going to be happening on stream in a while. So I am very excited about that. I have done the thing that I normally do where I say, oh, well, it's only 50 power level, so I could start a new force for this, and it would be cool. So I have almost finished putting together my Sisters of Battle army for this. GW just dropped a whole bunch of points, so now I actually need one more unit. So
dropped as in lowered?
Yep. So when I said that I had bought everything...
That's bad news for me. Probably because specifically for the sisters or in general. I haven't kept up with a lot of that in a couple of weeks.
They did not drop Death Guard stuff, but Death Guard just got their stuff lowered in their codex. But
okay.
They did drop stuff for Eldar, Marines, Necrons, Sisters of Battle, whole bunch of stuff.
Okay, so points for Crusade level.
No, just points overall.
Oh, okay.
And it hasn't allowed me to do a whole lot. I've got one more character in there. I've got like a little preacher that'll be tagging along with them. Depending on if I buy them before we start the Crusade, which I think I will, I will be using the cool model that I'm going to kit bash for them. And if I don't buy them before the Crusade starts, we're gonna have this guy stepping in for a bit. So
is that the Spanish Inquisition?
You didn't expect that, did you?
No, didn't expect the Spanish Inquisition. And in case you're wondering, couldn't really see that. It's one of 3 models by Victoria Lamb. She made some fantastic stuff, and it's the not John Cleese version of Monty Python and the Holy Grail Spanish Inquisition. So I had a couple of sets of those unpainted, and then gave one to Deacon, so that's made its way over to his workbench.
It has.
I have to strip mine down and start over. I'm not really happy with the way they were coming out from the base coat.
That sucks.
Yeah, not super, and I don't want to paint over them because I think that'll be too thick. Well, so what I got out tonight, I think, tired of hearing you bitch about it. So I got out.
That's good because we'll use that for the Crusade as well.
Well, yeah. So this is like one of many pieces of a 3D printed chapel, cathedral actually, that I'm going to be working on, and it's really super detailed with architectural details within the windows, and I'll be doing, not tonight, but I'll be doing some stained glass panes for those on laser jet printer. On transparencies, and then cutting them down to size with an X-Acto and fitting them into the model here. But I started working on this. I printed this all last winter. It was supposed to be my winter project last winter, and I went a little crazy because there's so much detail on this and so many individual stones, and I really wanted this thing to look nice the way that I was doing it. And I was watching a technique on YouTube, and this guy's buildings just looked amazeballs. So I started trying to do that, but the challenge with doing that was because of all the little detail.
Every single brick.
That's exactly right. Every single brick is detailed, like every other brick is a certain color, but that's what makes it. That's what really will make this thing pop out. Like, this has no washes on it yet. This is all just base coat. The only thing that's
it's not even all base coat either.
Well, it's true. Well, that's true. The closest thing to being done is probably the slate roof.
Well, that looks really nice. I was looking at that while you were doing oh god, I can't talk. I was looking at that while you were doing the intro earlier, and it looks wonderful.
It's nice. Instead of like the classic dark gray, I went with like a bluish tint to it, kind of like some of the stuff we saw in England when we went over to visit your family, or the family, I should say. And I really kind of like that. I don't want to go too much darker with that. What's interesting is I'm looking at it on camera here. I'm looking at it on the stream, and it looks a lot lighter than it does in person. But I imagine because I got it sitting under a ring light that's blown up pretty hot. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be working on. I got to get some base coating down. I got some more tiles to do on a roof here, slate shingles. I've got some wood.
I'm using this as
like
a brush.
Oh my god, you're using the Lord of the Rings wings to...
The Lord of the Rings wings, yeah.
So what's the part you dropped? You talked about that earlier. I couldn't find it.
Gone. I don't know where it went, but it's not here.
But it's a piece you wanted, though, right?
Yes, it's... If I can even find it. It's the flaming part of the torch. There was a second one of those.
Oh.
And it was really cool, and it's lost to the abyss.
Yeah, and when he says lost to the abyss, what he really means is that it went down where the spiders live, beneath the workbench here, and he's not going after it. So
no, I actually, I brought out the vacuum today, and I did go after it.
Well, I saw it sitting over here. I was wondering about that.
I actually looked for the piece before I got the vacuum out. I feel like I should mention that.
Alright, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm trying to get my head back around this. I don't know about you all, Twitch, but like when I'm working on projects and I put them down for a long time and then I come back to them, it takes me forever to sort of get my head back around, like, well, where did I leave off? What do I have left to do? How am I going to make this look really good?
Where did those go? There they are.
So I think this floor needs a little more work.
If I, just so the viewers are aware, if I sound a little under the weather, that's because I am. I got some seasonal allergy shit going on.
Yeah, you got some crazy sneezing going on here. But the show must blow on. Ha ha ha. Well, I'm going to get started. I'm going to jump in here and I'm going to start painting this shit up. And what I have to do, because this is such a huge piece, I was using these craft paints. I should have.
A mini.
Where'd you put it?
Huh?
Your mini?
Oh, it's out here.
Oh. I should have kept all this stuff out, knowing that I was going to be using it. So tan.
Looking for those craft paints?
No, I know where they're at. It's just like getting over there to get them without like smashing my my setup here.
Do you have the pin vise?
I just put it back in the caddy.
Wonderful, I need it. One of the drill bits is broken on here, I just noticed.
Oh, there are a couple of them that were broken.
No, but it's like the good one that we both use.
Camel, need that. And anyway, what I was saying, Chad, is like if you're out there and you're wondering why the hell is he using those cheap ass Craft Smart and Apple Barrel acrylics, it's because
we'd have to take out like a second mortgage if we got them all in like name brand like Citadel.
That's right. Those little tiny weak ass paint pots.
$4.50 for a bottle of that versus $4.50 for a bottle of this, you know?
Right. Yeah. And there's a lot of surface to cover on this Cathedral. Like, you have no clue, chat. This thing is freaking huge.
Actually, they might have some clue. I think we might have gotten it out before.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember what kind of, tours we did of like the shelving over there. But this is a piece 3D printed from an STL from a Canadian company called Infinite Dimensions. So look them up online, Infinite Dimensions. They do a whole bunch of fantasy stuff, and I think they dabbled in sci-fi too. But they have this set, and I can't remember what it's called, like Abbey of the Darkwood or something like that, Darkwood Abbey, and it's awesome. I bought the whole STL kit for all the pieces, but this was literally 3.5 weeks worth of printing on an FDM printer, like almost 24/7. To get the whole piece is like massive. I don't know if you can see me, but it's probably
it's like a table centerpiece.
It is like a centerpiece. It's almost like 2 feet long by 1.5 feet high by I don't know, maybe a little under a foot wide. It's a full-on cathedral. It's really cool. Okay, so get myself situated here.
Grabbing one of those paper clips.
Which paper clips?
For pinning.
Okay. I will give you the whole drawer, and then you can take them out. I don't think I'm going to need my hobby glasses for this. I'm just going to put these on because this is looking like probably suede.
Alright. That for just a second.
Should probably use one of these cups instead. So the crusade, we talked about the crusade that we were going to do on stream. We talked about that before, and
but it's changed.
Initially it was 2 Space Marine units. It was the Sons of Dorn versus
the Imperial Fists versus the Black Templars.
Yeah, the Imperial Fists versus the Black Templars. And then you had actually like written up a whole campaign for it, a whole backstory, came up with all the lore. It was really cool. And then decided
I'm doing that again.
And then decided, don't really want to do that. Because you got addicted to another unit.
No, that's not quite true.
Shit.
A big part of it was the fact that you were pretty much having to relearn an entire... Not even relearn, you were having to learn for the first time an entire army. And it was going to be a bit of a struggle to get the games done in any sort of timely manner while you were learning an army that you have never used before, you know?
Yeah.
Which is funny because when we switched, that's exactly what I started doing. But, you know.
So I remember now, like, as I sit down to start out on this...
Why you stopped?
Why I stopped. Because, can you say pain in the ass? It's like those artists, you know, like the old masters who literally went insane during their careers because they were so obsessed with all the little details and there was so much work to do. You know, I can't imagine like being commissioned to do this and be on the clock like you were doing your friend Kai's Custodes army.
Yeah.
To me, it's sort of like, I get it.
Well, I started doing those, and then about halfway through, I was like, I will finish these, and I will do a damn good job at it, too, but not again. After this, I'm out.
Yeah, I can't blame you.
I've realized I don't like painting for other people, because I can't do what I want to do with the minis, and then I also feel like I have to get it done in a timely manner, which you do, but also it's like I feel like if I'm trying to like rush myself and force myself to get it done, then I'm not doing the best job that I can, you know?
Sure, I get it. That's been the bane of artists for millennia, though. Like, when they do commission pieces, the patron is always like, so, how's it going? Can I see it? It's like, no.
Yeah.
No.
When it's done.
Yeah, when it's done. Because everybody's a critic, you know, and like, when your stuff's not done, they're gonna, oh, well, what about this? Why does it look like that?
Because it's not done.
You know, right, exactly.
This is, I believe, the first orc that I have seriously painted.
When you say seriously painted, what does that mean exactly?
Like, painted. 40k orc, I should specify. Because I'm sure I've painted other, like, various fantasy orcs and all that sort of stuff.
You did actually have some goblins, orcs and goblins, from a long time ago when you were really young, like 8 or 9, maybe even younger than that. Because you would sit with me and paint.
Oh, this guy is going to be nice.
Some very colorful miniatures. Wow, yeah. You're going to hit that with some highlights once that's all done, right?
Yeah, this is going to take a bit to dry, though. This is a contrast paint that I'm testing out. It's actually contrast orc flesh.
Huh.
So I thought, hey, you know what? I'll give it a shot.
I'd like to see how that looks when it's done compared to how I did my gobos.
I would too. So,
because it could be like a whole new thing for me to switch paints and techniques.
Well, I can already tell you, it's a hell of a lot faster.
Sure, I can imagine that.
Is this my water? Yep, it's running out. Be right back. I gotta fill this one up.
You know what would have been like super helpful for this, Deacon?
Huh.
I mean, it's too late now. I'm beyond that, but
oh gosh,
you're right there.
Yeah.
Should almost fall out of the chair.
No, it just slid a bit much.
The airbrush, like airbrushing the shite out of this early on. I could still probably do that for some techniques. Okay. I think what I'm going to do, because I'm going to wind up coming back and touching up some of these cobblestones, is I'm going to call this bottom piece interior done. And then what I really want to do... See, that looks like a combination of wood.
Where the fuck did these come from now?
Where did you just dig those out of?
I didn't.
I didn't set them there.
No, because the other bag of bases is still down there. I can see it.
Okay, but I didn't set anything on your bench. You must have.
I know.
You know,
I know, but that's the crazy thing.
We'll have to roll the VOD back. Chat, Deacon's losing his mind.
No, it wouldn't be on the VOD, because I haven't touched anything on that side of the bench in a while.
Doesn't this look like wood to you? Like right here? Oops, right here? Like that should be wood, and then there's tile around it?
Yeah, but I wonder if that was supposed to be tile and the print just fucked up. Because that's kind of what it looks more like to me.
I don't know. There's actual pattern there.
I mean, it looks like almost like that. You see where it fucked up on that side?
Well, yeah, the side got fucked up.
No, but I'm saying, like, it looks like that's what happened on the roof.
Maybe, but I don't know. Because they're slats, and they look like awfully long to be pieces of slate cut out that big.
Yeah.
I've never seen that on a roof. I've seen a wooden peak or gable or whatever it's called with tile around it, but
I'm also interested to see how this turns. Oh God.
What's up?
This paint is way too watery.
Is that one of the ones you transfer to the bottle?
Yep.
Where's my honey brown? There it is.
I was gonna say I'm also curious to see how this turns out, because this is the first model that I've painted with the Zenithal highlight. And also the first model I've painted having primed it with an airbrush.
That orc you're working on?
Yeah.
Is that the one you brought to me the other day and said, like, showed it to me?
No.
After the Zenithal highlight stuff
Nope.
you were doing?
That was a different one.
Oh. Okay, I was gonna say I don't remember that being a gobbo or an orc. Rather.
It wasn't. It was a spare Space Marine I had.
All right, that should be good for now. I can wash that later. Need all right, let's see. That's all fall stuff. Heavy golden brown, scrag brown, retributor armor.
That's for the honey.
Oh yeah, the warm honey mixture. What the hell happened to my... I had all these like little formulas written down for a new wood palette.
Oh shit! When did that happen?
Right there.
No, I got a little brown on his face.
Where'd you come from and why are you in there? Wow.
Wait, what? Oh.
Okay, those are work drivers. This one's getting kind of beat up. Yeah, and the great thing about this model is that it can serve multiple purposes. It can be for our tabletop fantasy RPG. It can be for a Warhammer game.
Yeah.
It just won't be in ruins.
Oh, we can fix that.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. So what are you doing tonight, chat? Anything exciting going on out there? What do you got going on your workbench?
Do we have anybody in chat?
Oh, there are 3 viewers. They're probably lurking, and that's all good. If you want to just lurk and vibe, that's cool. But if you want to pop on and chat with us, that's cool too.
Very cool, in fact.
Oh man, you poor bastard with that, the sniffles. You don't think you got the Rona?
No.
Did you ever follow up about the test kit that you ordered?
No. I probably should.
Yeah. Not very good coverage, but, you know. Build it up, we'll see what we get. One thing I know I like about these 3D printed models like this, like in some areas the texture is so spot on, you don't really need to force a lot of paint there, because if you want dark crevices, you know, like I primed this all in black, right?
Yeah.
And that's going to happen naturally. So I work with the surface texture where the paint's going to pick up, almost like dry brushing, but not quite. It's picking up on the high points. And those recesses and other little details are going to be black. So by the time I'm ready to do a wash, most of the work is done for me already.
Yeah.
Gesundheit.
Aye. It's not been a fun day of this.
I can imagine. Your face, your eyes are going to be like so swollen by the end of the night. All that sneezing, sniffling. Should get you some Alka-Seltzer. So what do you have left to do to prep for the crusade? I mean, you got to get me data sheets, right?
Yep.
And then you're doing all the sisters for that, so you got all that work, right? The painting and the assembling.
I'm not painting them before then. I'll paint them as it goes on, because if I say I'm gonna paint them first before the crusade, they're not gonna get done till like 2030. You know.
Got another ad running, by the way, I think.
Huh. Interesting. I see what you mean about them being on the side.
Yeah, but it's not even that they're gonna do. They said they were experimenting with a new type of ad that looks like the ads on YouTube, the bar across the bottom of the video, because people had complained that the other ads were too disruptive and blocked out the content.
I mean, they did. Although, it was a good incentive to subscribe to channels so you didn't have to deal with them.
Yeah, I can't tell you like how many times I've been tempted to just bite the bullet and subscribe to YouTube Red or whatever the hell it is.
YouTube Premium?
Premium. Because I just don't... I'm so tired of the damn ads.
On mobile or on desktop?
Desktop. Twitch just came out with another announcement the other day about this new relationship they have with, I can't remember what it was. It wasn't BMG Music. It was like UMG. It was something really weird. Universal Music Group or whatever. Basically, it's the same thing that they announced earlier about, like, they've agreed to work with us to not, fuck over small broadcasters and give them deeper consideration instead of just immediately smacking them down with the DMCA. But it didn't really, it doesn't really do anything. I guess, like, if you want to play music, it's like we're making all these great new content channels for musicians and artists, and it's like, okay, well, that's fantastic, but, like, what about the streamers that want to play music in the background? And I know there are services out there to do that, but, I haven't... I know enough streamers now that I can have that conversation with them and ask them if they've ever run into any issues. I know a couple of streamers that do play music on their channel, but I'm just finally getting to the point where I'm comfortable enough to have, those kinds of conversations with them about, like, how do you do this on your stream and how do you do that on your stream? Because, I think people have stuff like, it took them a while to learn and perfect, and hopefully they'll want to share that knowledge with other people, but some people aren't really good with that, so.
God, I hate this little guide hair on these brushes. They have a guide hair that sticks out like a decent bit longer than the rest, and it's like, okay, I get the idea of it, but now it's that guide hair is getting paint where paint shouldn't be,
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
It's annoying.
Be a quiet little paint stream.
Yep.
Not by choice. We've got a monomarth on the brain. Was listening to him earlier.
I heard.
Man, that was an excellent concert too when we went to see them.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't get a shirt. I'm really
seriously
surprised.
Don't remind me. I think it was because, to be honest with you, the insane amount of money that I paid for the VIP package so you could meet Slayer for your 16th birthday, plus all the jerseys that I got you from Slayer, the jersey and the t-shirts. And at that point it was like, I'll just take the swag bag, please, because I'm broke and I can't afford to spend anymore. You know, I mean, it was your birthday, so. But I really do wish I would have gotten an Amon Amarth t-shirt from that concert. They kicked ass so hard in that fucking Viking ship on the stage. It was like, oh my god, they have a full-on ship.
This is also, sorry, completely different topic is what this is, but
And now for something completely different.
this is also one of the first models that I have really been experimenting with contrast paints on.
See, well, okay, I believe you. I do. Why would you, you wouldn't have any reason to say otherwise, but it just feels like you were using those on something else. But
I mean, I had them before, but it was like, I put contrast black Templar over gray to make gray more black.
okay.
So I basically used it like a wash. This time I'm doing it the recommended way, where I'm actually like putting it over a white base coat, using it to like fully change color, like going from white to like dark purple or to green or like.
Huh. I thought of a community event we could do.
What's that?
If we get, excuse me, 100,000 channel points, we could do a cooking stream and do some tacos or 5-pound nachos. Yeah, what do you think of that?
You do that. Or keeping with the fantasy theme, we could. God. We could make some, like, we could try to make some fantasy dishes. Like,
It's true.
I don't know what that would really be. Kind of like how they have the D&D cookbook, you know?
Yeah. But dude, that Hobbit meal, the Lord of the Rings meal we made last year for New Year's, that fucking kicked everything else's ass.
It
I mean,
did,
at this
but
point,
that was
like,
also like a month of work.
It was.
I don't think we're doing a month-long cooking stream.
No. And we're definitely not Babish either, so we don't have like tons of help behind the scenes putting it all together.
Yeah.
You can't really, on YouTube, you can't really post pictures to somebody else's. Like, if you went on Binging with Babish, you could comment, right? But you can't.
No.
Because, goddamn, I'd love to write to him and say, dude, you inspired us so hard. Look what we did. I bet you we could get on there. That'd be kind of cool.
Would you want to? Have to fly all the way out to New York or whatever?
He might fly us out there. Dude's making like...
Do you want to fly out to New York, one of the most populated cities in the U.S., in the middle of a pandemic?
In the middle of a plague? No.
Exactly. Man, just from having my stream pulled up, or the stream pulled up on my phone to see the chat, I'm like reaping the rewards. I'm getting channel point bonuses like crazy. I might have to use those on myself during the stream. Like, damn, it's really getting boring just walking through the woods to find this place. I'm gonna spawn a wandering monster just for something fun. Start playing like God mode in Dante's
Did you just
game.
like slam my DMing style live on stream?
No, I wasn't.
Dude. I can kill your character, you know. I'm just fucking with you. Seriously, chat. I'll have to come up with some new channel points. Channel point rewards.
10,000 channel points, kill a player character. 100,000 channel points, kill a player. You gotta, like, get different tiers in there.
Well, I was thinking, like, we need some low ones, so, like, 50 channel points, make Deacon blow his nose. I feel so bad for you, man. That... The Sniffles. Sniffles McGee. What happened?
My nose.
Oh. The one thing I like wish was that I had easier access to the laptop to like type.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got things that I can do from here. Different drops and stuff like that, but like they're all canned, so if it's not canned, I can't really do it. I mean, I could do it from my phone, but
And you're just doing it from your personal account?
I'm doing it over the Stream Deck.
No, I mean, like, if you typed it out.
Oh, yeah, it would be, yeah. Yeah.
You could add a button on the Stream Deck to paste a single letter in, and then turn it into a little keyboard.
Yeah. Several hours later. Because that's what it would be. I'd have to flip between multiple pages. 26 letters of the alphabet. What are the most commonly used words that I say? Well, I know one of them, like, I'd get banned pretty fast. People just have to use their imagination for that one. Right now, this looks like a hot pile of hog shite. Once I start throwing some washes on here, hopefully it'll start to pop. What's the craziest thing you painted, Deacon? Like out of all your painting projects that you can think of, what do you think is the craziest thing you painted?
Crazy.
I'm leaving the definition open. Like complicated, most difficult.
I mean, like
craziest miniature. Like I can't believe they made a miniature out of that, or like like. What do you think is one of the wildest, wackiest, craziest things you painted?
Fuck. Give me a second. I'm honestly not sure. Because that is like such an open-ended question that it's hard to answer. Like, the knight was pretty crazy just because it's a big model.
Yeah, a lot of pieces and stuff. I barely remember how you did that. Did you paint pieces before you assembled, or did you assemble?
Nope, I assembled and then... Well, kind of both. I left the armor off. And I painted the entire, like, framework of it. I did that in a weird way. I didn't paint it silver. I painted it black and then just did a, like, heavy dry brush of silver on it.
Okay.
And then
I seem to recall that vaguely, though. And what now?
And then I glued the armor on and painted that. Some of the craziest shit that I've painted, I think, is going to be the Orcs, even though I haven't started painting them yet, because there's just some crazy stuff that they have.
The biker squad?
Not just the biker squad, but the buggies, the whatever. Like this one that I'm painting now, it's a orc wearing like a World War II RAF fighter uniform, or fighter pilot uniform, flying what was formerly an orc jet that he crashed and turned into a truck. You know?
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty insane. Oh, Jesus.
I mean, at that point, is he technically flying, or is he just driving?
Up to interpretation.
Another cool thing, Twitch, is we've been talking about this Crusade campaign we want to launch on stream here, 40k Crusade, Death Guard versus Sisters of Battle, Sisters of Mercy. And I'm working on some new overlays for that are inspired by our many trips to the United Kingdom, England and Scotland primarily, and they're based off of photographs of architecture that I've taken and integrated into these pretty cool looking overlay concept I'm working on. Some of this stuff I'm looking at, I'm like, how the fuck did I paint this? This is like such a shit job. But I remember
That's
now.
like, that is pretty much my reaction to like half the minis that I've painted and I go back to.
Well, I remember now, like the tutorial I watched, the guy had the same sort of like, he's like, you're gonna paint this and it's gonna look like shit, and you're gonna especially if you leave it and come back and you're gonna be like, what the fuck. But that's the point. It's like you just want to get you want to get most of the surface covered, and then you come back and do the little touch-ups here and there. But it's the little flaws that are going to really make it pop as you start to layer the textures of the paint. Because, you're not really trying to go for like super smooth walls like a brand new hotel room or a brand new house or whatever. I think, I don't know if crazy is the right term. I think one of the silliest things I've ever painted is the dude on the outhouse on the wooden crapper reading the newspaper. It's a hilarious miniature.
Yeah.
Random NPC thing. In terms of details, all this stuff that I've 3D printed virtually, that tower, there's just an enormous amount of detail in it, and it's amazing, like how much time it takes. Welcome to the Sniffle Stream. Oh, Jesus, excuse me. The hiccup from nowhere. I haven't even been drinking. How's your work going over there?
Slowly, but you know, it's getting there.
Yeah. That's really cool. Here.
Thank you.
Oh, I broke my own rule.
What'd you do?
Left my brush sitting,
Could you?
bristle down in the water. Yeah, I know. Oh, there goes the water.
I'm surprised that just hasn't happened on stream before.
Well, I'm usually pretty good about it. Like, pretty careful, but, you know.
Could have been you or me.
It happens. It's because I don't have one of those fancy GW cups. When you get a chance, if you'd pitch that, that'd be fantastic.
Sure. I mean, yeah, it is a pretty fancy GW cup.
I know it's a fancy GW cup.
Well worth the expensive, like, $10 I paid for it.
Did you, or did we get you that for
I did.
Christmas or something?
I bought this along with the, whatever the hell you call this stuff. Wood, board, you know?
I don't remember. I don't know. What are you talking about?
MDF, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you remember I got that stuff for the bench up on my desk upstairs?
Yeah.
So I got that. I got the water cup then, and I realized it didn't actually fit.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It was dumb. It was like, their measurement for it was, like, I don't know, 3-inch water cup or whatever, at diameter.
Sure.
And I was like, oh, that's perfect, because that's, like, just shorter than how wide the hole in the MDF painting tray is. So it'll fit in there, and I won't knock it over. And then you know what it turns out it was?
What?
Look at this. It's like, however long up here, across on the inside, and then it goes down and out.
Yeah.
So it's
flares
like,
out at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the bell-bottom water cup.
Your cup has a lot of flare.
So I got it, and I tried it out, and I'm like, oh, well, shit. But, you know, that didn't... Fuck. That didn't work out nearly as well as I was hoping it would.
I'd rather have the space in the caddy for the paint, though.
Well, it's specifically for a water cup, because it's like it has a whole bunch of these smaller ones for paints, and then it's got a wide one that you can put a water cup in.
Oh, okay.
A water cup, or like something like this with brushes in it, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Excuse me.
Fuck it.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Shit. Oh man, this fucking craft paint sucks. I should spend more time with that airbrush.
With my airbrush?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, sure. Charge you like $20 a minute.
Yeah. Let's talk
That's including
about
cleaning time.
yeah. Let's talk about the use of my air compressor and my electricity, and my cords and my. Kill me with that. You slay me.
Oh God.
I mean, if I could get enough control and mastery over it, I could see how, like, getting in here to spray some of these areas would be so much better.
I will make the condition, though. If you break it, you buy it.
Dude, like, it's me you're talking about.
Exactly. So on the numerous occasions when you inevitably break it and destroy it and ruin it and cause a fire and just destroy everything, you know.
Lies, lies, lies.
This contrast paint dries surprisingly fast.
I mean, out of all the people in this house, who takes care of their shit better than anybody?
Oh, me and Mom, obviously.
Dude, you want to sleep in the garage tonight?
Anyways, what I was saying is this contrast paint dries, like, really fast.
It doesn't surprise me. Maybe they have
okay,
some
I guess
sort of,
it takes a while to fully settle. So, like, in the very, like, in the recesses and all that, it'll take a bit. Like, however long it takes paint to dry. But these first layers are drying in, like, 5 minutes.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they might have a drying agent in there that helps that.
Where's my wash cup? Oh, if you remember last time we streamed from the Workbench, I ran up because my package was delivered, and
Yes.
I got a bottle of white ink, with which I made this kind of cool pattern in this cup, just by putting a little in there and moving it around. That has been working really well.
The ink?
Yeah. It's great.
It's good to know.
It's Daler Rowney FW White Ink, I believe is the full name of it. $14 a bottle, though. Although, I guess that's not entirely fair. It's like 3 times the size of a GW pot.
Oh, it's like the bougie ink.
Yeah. I mean, the bottle is
It's
like...
the caviar of ink.
Yeah, the bottle is like, what, this big, you know?
Yeah.
It's got a lot in there.
It's a glass bottle, and it's all fancy schmancy.
It's in a glass bottle. It's got a little dropper on there. You can squeeze it up and pipe it out. Pipette, I guess.
That's the tool. You pipe is the correct verb, I think.
Yeah,
is
no,
that,
I was trying to remember what it was called, and it is a pipette. But yeah, it's nice. Really nice ink. It's got like surprisingly good coverage over black paint, which is what surprised me.
You just said surprising and surprisingly
Yep.
in the same sentence.
It's just that surprising.
I'm shocked to tell you. That brush is on its way out. Okay. Is garbage can empty?
Garbage
Recycles?
recycling. Pretty empty, yeah.
No.
Still missed.
It's your goddamn fan. I swear to God, it hooked in the air.
I didn't see it.
Turn that fan off for a minute.
No, it's...
Alright. See?
Nope.
It's true, I swear.
because this is your second shot, so you knew where to aim.
Oh. Bugger off. Okay, here we go. I think.
Here we go.
I want to start dark washing this. I'm kind of like, I need to start moving on the next phases of this. And I kind of feel like
if you don't, you're just.
If I don't, I'm going to keep puttering on all these little fiddly bits here and there. So, let's see. Actually, what I should do is I should use up my other stuff.
I don't think you should. I don't. Because don't you have that big tin of it?
I do. Yeah.
Because you should save the stuff in the bottle for minis. So
Okay.
like, if you need just a little bit, you've got it.
Yeah,
right
I suppose. There. Voice of reason over here.
Like usual.
What?
Huh?
What?
Didn't say anything.
Out of all the tools I have here at my disposal, I probably don't have...
Can opener?
No, a basic screwdriver. I've got some hobby screwdrivers, these micro screwdrivers, but they are,
tiny.
yeah, and I don't want to screw up the tips. Got a sculpting tool. Oh! I can use this. Alright. I feel like I should have some theme music. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom. Nope.
No? Not work?
No, I said nope because I went like this. I was going to put it in here.
Oh,
but
no.
That's angled. And that's just waiting for a disaster. Or that's a disaster just waiting to happen. Okay. Let's see. My go-to brush for... Oh. Oh, dude.
Do you think it went bad?
This is... No.
Oh.
Do you know what this is?
Huh.
This is an actual,
Oh, is it a...
stain. Smell it.
I can't.
You can, I guarantee.
I smell nothing.
It's not like that other stuff. This quick shade stuff is like the old Minwax.
Oh. Not gonna be able to use it then?
Let me see.
Sorry for all those in chat. You're probably
They'll be fine
probably
as long
going
as they don't
deaf
have
right
like
about now.
headphones on. Yeah, this is dip, so...
Whoa, that's not good for you, No. Okay. Not going to be able to use it.
Use mineral turpentine or white spirits to clean your brushes. So this is actually... Yep. I'm going to hold off on that. Oh, now my hands smell like gasoline, like turpentine. Yay. That's why I'm surprised you can't smell that.
Dude, I can't smell shit.
Okay, we're not gonna do that one for now. I did not know that
whatever
about
it
that product.
Whatever it did, it made my nose burn, but I can't smell anything. So
yeah, it's having its effect. This
feels like it's singeing my nose hairs, but
is not. This is like straight up
acrylic ink.
Yep.
Acrylicos.
Acrylicos. Vallejo.
I mean, yeah, that's what they call it, aren't they?
Yep.
Acrylicos Vallejo.
Yep. Dude, I haven't even got. I have a stupid grin
Acrylicos Vallejo.
from ear to ear. I haven't even finished, and already I can see that it's going to start to pop. Oh, this is going to be so cool.
Oh, did I show you these? Actually, I will wait till you can take a break, because I know you're excited about doing that. But I picked these dudes up. You remember I got a pretty big Amazon gift card a while back?
I do.
I used that to pick up these guys because they were kind of cool. They are aberrants from the Gene Stealer cults.
Okay.
And this dude's got a straight up, like, fucking stop sign that he ripped out of the ground with a chunk of the road still attached to it that he's using as a weapon.
Nice.
He's also freaky. His head is, like, splitting into two different heads. He's got 3 arms. It's weird. It's like turning into a Gene Stealer. Suppose I should be starting to look at the highlight colors. Oh my god, that's separated.
What's separated on you?
This paint. Oops, I think I just hit my camera.
Oh, I'm sure I've done that numerous times.
Huh?
I said I'm sure I've done that numerous times as well. Smack my camera and then the angle gets all screwed up.
I don't want to use that, that's too bright. Ooh. That can't be good.
What happened?
I was shaking this paint and my elbow just snapped.
No, all you need to do is snap your neck because you snap your fingers. No? Okay.
Well, I did.
No, I know. You didn't say anything.
No, I didn't say anything. I snapped my neck. I mean, I got the
bad metal dad joke. As I was looking at those photos from England and from Scotland, just once again mesmerized by the craftsmanship of the architecture, the master stone masons and artists in their own right, working on those cathedrals and abbeys. This will definitely be a departure from the other buildings that I have done throughout my life. in classic gray.
Yeah. Like gray, dark wash, lighter gray.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it looked nice though.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I did it for so long. I became a master of that technique.
No, I mean that.
Oh, yeah, it does. It's really starting to pop. I am happy. I'm a creature of habit for the most part, and like when you've been doing something for decades, it's hard to just try that new technique. And that's stupid. Like, because I totally believe that variety is a choice of life. And yet I need to practice what I preach. I mean, especially because, like, I'm not painting this for anybody. I'm painting this for me. So it's not like I've got to make anybody happy with a commission or whatever.
I mean, you have to make me happy because we're using that for the 40K Crusade. And if I don't like it in the end, I'm gonna start over, and you got to print a new one and then paint it up from scratch.
Bugger off if you don't like it. Bugger all of this for a lark. But I'm really. I guess we'll see. I mean, it looks one way now, and we'll see what it looks like once it dries up, once it sets up. But it's looking pretty nice as a technique. This part is going to be hidden, but I've learned over the years that even those hidden parts can make a model look bad if they're not shaded enough, so that if there are little bits of them sticking out because of imperfections in how the model is cast or printed in this case, you'll have these bright spots, unpainted spots sticking out, and it'll be like, ugh. What are you watching these days? You watching any new series? Still watching Hentified?
I finished that.
What'd you think of that?
It's alright.
I liked it. I really enjoyed it. I thought they did an outstanding job of illustrating the plight of first generation Hispanic and Latin descent folks. A lot of what went on in that series, stuff I grew up with, so I could identify with it pretty easily, pretty intimately.
I'm not really liking how this is turning out. Following the GW recipe for this here, but
Not so much.
not so much.
What's sitting not quite right with you, do you know?
Don't know how to describe it. So they recommend using Bugman's Glow for
And that's like a flesh tone, right? A dwarven flesh tone.
Yeah, for orc lips. But I don't know, it doesn't look right.
It's very, I hate to say it, but blackface.
Yeah.
Al Jolson, like...
Well, the weird thing is, like, that's exactly how they do it in their models, and it always looks better. So I don't know.
Maybe it's the photographs? I don't know. I mean, do they highlight it with anything? Do they... Because I use a pink. I use a weird... when I do my gobos, I use the old school... I'm sorry. I just can't remember the name of the paint right now. Of course, I do mine like... My fantasy gobos, that is. 1990 style, so I do red eyes in the slits.
I guess it looks like they more just paint the bottom lip rather than around the whole thing. Now the tough part is, how the fuck do I take that off? Like, I did contrast for the skin, so it's gonna make it like pain in the ass to fix that skin tone.
Boy, I don't know. Anybody out in chat got any suggestions? I mean, you know, you could paint over it, but...
Well, that's kind of what I'm trying now.
You know, I should call our friends up at Noble Knight and ask them if they're aware of that about the quick shade. Because...
Sure they are.
That might be a good thing to warn customers about that don't have a clue. It's going to tell you to smell that turpentine smell. That's going to require some mineral spirits to clean your brushes. Otherwise, they harden up like lacquer.
Yeah. I don't know how they work. That's not gonna work.
What people are doing on a Friday night. You know, lots of people were streaming tonight.
Oops. Pull this back up. Stream going.
What happened?
I accidentally just put my phone to sleep.
Oh.
I realized I should probably open it, keep the stream going.
Alright, let's see.
Hey, good evening to you too, Grumpy Potatoes.
Potatoes! How's it going? We're just having a nice quiet little evening here, streaming some hobby stuff that we're doing. So, because darling son keeps bitching at me to paint this massive 3D printed cathedral that I have. So I said, okay, I will be a good dad. Plus, we want to fire up a Warhammer 40k stream soon. How are you? How was your stream? Or did you stream tonight? I saw Wake was on earlier. This cathedral, I was telling the folks that were on earlier, it's about 2 feet long, 1.5 feet high, and near a foot wide. It's fairly massive. And I put it off and put it off and put it off just because. So I'm going to see if I can get this in stream here, in camera. Every little stone I'm picking out, like every other little stone, doing the detail. Got to do some slate tiles here. Even the inside is detailed, printed with all the textures. And this is just, these are just the front parts of it. There's little slate tiles there. Little architectural details in all the windows and the vents, the louvers inside, and wooden hatches, and just like all kinds of crazy little fiddly bits that have to be done. And I spent part of the winter last year doing it, and I went crazy. I was like, too much detail. And I put it down and I stepped away from it, but I'm coming back to it, and I'm glad I am, because now it's really starting to pay off. Like the detail on the stone is starting to pick up. And then once that wash dries, I'll go in there and I'll be able to start doing some dry brushing and highlighting on those pieces. Let me fit this over here. Got room on the bench. Then I think, I gotta do the slate on there too. That's one thing I don't remember, Deacon, is I don't remember what my formula was for doing this like this. I do remember that I used a couple of different shades of gray and blue. Like I think I used fog gray. And then like castle gray maybe. Alright, well, I'll worry about that later. Hey, Team Minecrafter, what's up, Chris?
Hey, how's it
How's
going?
it going? It is a lot of work. It's a lot of fiddly work, I call it, because there's just so much detail in it. See, now here I kind of don't want to wash that until I start that wood and get the wood going, but I guess I could do that.
So he is working on the cathedral some more, and I am working on some orcs. Well, a orc, singular, I suppose.
Yeah, Chris, I finally got off my ass and started painting my cathedral again. And we're joined, by the way, Chris, we're joined tonight by one of my favorite streamers. The Grumpy Potatoes are here, tuning in, checking in, see how we're doing. You should check them out if you get a chance. I wish I had the laptop here. I'd give them a shout out. But if you're ever around and you need something to do, Chris, to fill in some time, check out the Grumpy Potatoes. Super awesome streaming couple. What are you up to tonight, Chris? This is what I was saying, Deacon. Like, I want to show you this piece in just a second here. And maybe you can help me figure out where to find what I'm looking for. What I want... Look at...
Hold on.
Oh, you're doing like super detailed work. Sorry. I got to see Wake stream for the first time, believe it or not. Like, Wake is the one who turned me on to your channel, the Grumpy Potatoes, and we had been chatting a little bit back and forth through Twitch, and then I guess initially I thought that was Wake's channel, and then I didn't realize like he had a whole completely other thing. But today was the first time I've got to see him stream live, so that was kind of cool. What I was going to show you here, Deacon, was these little alcoves in the wall. I want some little, like, Gothic-like statues to go in there. And I don't know if that means, like, trying to find something to 3D print.
God, 3D printing at that scale, it would come out like...
Well, we can get our friend Jason to do it. Like, he's got the resin printer.
That's true.
If he's willing to do that. That's what I heard. That's what he was saying, that he hasn't streamed solo in quite a long time. Oh, getting to that point. That point where it's getting difficult to get the brush in here. do believe that worked.
Don't know what you did, but glad that it worked.
Thank you for your support. I don't remember what commercial that was. Kind of glad I don't, because that's one of those things where like that space in my brain could probably be better used for something like, solving world hunger or...
You don't need to remember like old commercials from
Yeah,
the 80s.
I got enough old TV commercial jingles and shit in my brain to last more than a lifetime, I'm sure. So, Chris, something funny you might appreciate. Like, you were just talking to me last night or the night before, whenever it was, about 3D printing. Deacon shot me a text today from work. Say, what would you think about helping me do some 3D printing? I was like, okay.
It'll pay off. It'll be used for stream content.
There's another ad. It's a new experience.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they're pretty short.
I'm constantly struggling, I've been noticing, to like paint stuff and try to keep it in frame of the camera.
Yeah. So that's a new great minds think alike. So that's a new experience for us, is having ads play on stream. Now that we're affiliate, I guess that's a regular thing, and I know there's a certain way you can have a certain amount of control over that. And frankly, I haven't had a chance to really sit down and invest a whole lot of time in figuring that out, but I probably should. It definitely sounds like it's something we want to do manually, like when we're sitting with, I guess, I don't know. I guess I could set up a hot button on the Stream Deck to do that. So, speaking of, what do I have here? We'll drop some social stuff in there. Now I'm starting to get excited about this project again.
That's good. I'm starting to get the feeling that I'm about to sneeze.
It sounds like it. Poor Deacon over here has got like some massive sniffles today. We're just hoping it's not the Rona. I don't think it is, because he doesn't really have any other symptoms, so let's just keep our fingers crossed.
That, and it gets like this anytime the weather gets cold.
Yeah. It's like you're allergic to the cold.
Yeah. You joke, but like, could be that.
No,
cold,
I know.
like shrinking sinuses or whatever.
Could
you
be.
Too grumpy potatoes?
It could be, yeah, like your run-of-the-mill.
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. I've gotten something like that pretty much every year around this time. At least as far back as I can remember.
Yeah. Since you were a wee tot.
Not sure how well this is going to show up on camera here, but... Well, that's too far. And not super well.
That's looking pretty good.
Check this out when you have a sec.
Alright, hang on. Just let me get this so it doesn't dry on my brush.
Sure thing.
Oh, did you take it with you?
No.
Oh, I see.
No,
So
I'm over here to grab a chip and hope I don't like sneeze all over my palette. Needed to wash the taste of paint out of my mouth. I like reshaped the tip of my brush and I was like, oh, I haven't washed it yet.
Chris says, the focal point is closer to your palette, D.
Problem is like pick it up and there's such a delay on the stream that I go to move it and I think I'll have it in the right spot and then it'll update and I'll have moved it completely out of frame. So
I move mine around, but like generally it's been okay.
I'll take pictures of it and I guess I can take some pictures in the middle and put it up on Instagram.
There's such a delay between when I move the camera and when it adjusts that it's hard for me to see.
Yeah.
You know.
Man, this sucks.
Yeah, this guy's gonna look really cool. I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but he's working on this orc.
Take some pictures of it, put it on the Discord, put it on the gram.
On the gram.
Fuck.
Hey Chris, by the way, like if you ever get into, you know, we were talking about quick methods of painting, like doing like your
Catch that one?
Yeah, I did. I heard it. I could hear it. That it made it. If you're doing black colors and then you want to do a quick wash, be wary. You can use the quick shade from, I don't know if I'll get that in the shot. Quick shade from Army Painter, and the bottles is acrylic based. But if you go to the can, the can, you go to the can, get it. This strong tone quick shade is actually like Minwax. It's a lacquer. It's a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a stain. And you actually need mineral spirits to clean your brushes off. And I found that out. There, I just banged my camera. I found that out tonight on stream as I opened it up. I shook it up and got it all prepped. Was super excited. I thought, oh, I'll just dip my brush in there. It's like this massive reservoir of quick shade I can use. And then I got a big whiff of it. And I'm like, wait a minute. That's not acrylic based. Sure enough. And I mean, I've got mineral spirits, but
it's a lot of work to get all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm not about like cleaning that stuff off tonight. Like after the stream. After the stream, I'm gonna get some snacks and hang out on the computer. Watch other streamers probably. Work a little bit on some adventure writing. And if you missed that earlier, I was telling, we started the stream off talking a little bit about that. Like, we lost a player. So, one of our near and dear friends that we've known for, well, ever since we moved to Wisconsin, like 16, 17 years ago, Jeff Preston, he is bowing out of the game. Out of Dante's game. So Deacon's friend Sarah will be filling in. So we're sad to lose Jeff, excited to bring Sarah on board, and I think they'll be a fantastic addition to the adventure party. And they're excited about it too, so How did what happen? Us losing Jeff,
I
or
think, yeah, Susan Jeff.
um, he wrote to me privately and was having some things he needed to work through, and it wasn't anything about the game or anything like that, any conflict or anything. He had some things that he needed to work out, and he said, I think I'm going to bow out of the stream for this. And I said, hey, I totally support you. I totally understand. I'm sorry that this, happened, or you're dealing with this. Um, and if you need an ear, I'm always there. Got your back. Always have. And he knows that. We've been chatting through the years. Um, and I told him, I said, I hope you tune in now and then and check up on us, and we're gonna miss you for that. He is a good egg. That's how Army Painter got. Yeah, the dip method. The dunk. Well, you said dunk. I used to call it dip.
Oh, you just got that message?
Well, I'm kind of backing up, looking at all this. Do your base coats, and then literally dip the miniature in a pot of this stuff with a pair of pliers. Pull it out, shake it off, turn it over, let it dry. Bob's your uncle. You got 50 XP.
Quest point.
So, okay, Chris. So here's what's happened since the last time you tuned in. We became affiliate, and when you become affiliate, you get these magical things called channel points. And our viewers, when they tune in, every so many minutes they get so many channel points, and we called ours like quest points or whatever. You can change the name of it, but basically. Over the course of a stream, you could earn a couple hundred, or depends on what you have it set to, a couple thousand, depending on how crazy people are getting with giving channel points away. And then throughout the stream, you can do different things with them. Like if you click on the little icon down there where they're at, you have different rewards. Like for 100 channel points, you can make us hydrate, where we both have to like drink something. Which I'm looking now. Oh, I guess I finished my drink.
Well, you've got the quick dip.
Yeah, I've got the quick shade I can drink. So, poison control, hi. So it's a little bonus like that, and we also, now that we're affiliated, we can take subscriptions, and then those have perks too. Like if you subscribe, you get to watch the channel ad free. It's not. It's Twitch's policies. It's not how we set up the channel. That's just sort of stock and trade
Watch
for
your
them.
elbow.
What's that?
I said, watch your elbow. I've got a
Okay.
drink there.
Oh, would you do me a favor? Would you get me one, please? I mean, I know perfectly well I could get up and take my lazy arse over there and do it, but
It's a lot of work.
it's a lot of work. Oh my god. Crack me up. So, Deacon, the Grumpy Potatoes have been playing Sea of Thieves lately.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious to watch. Like, it looks like it's a blast. I remember you were telling me that you guys were playing that at one point a while back. And I would love to play it, but it sounds like you've got to have a crew to play that.
Yeah. Ian and I played that for a while, and we both kind of stopped because it got to a point where it was like we didn't play it enough to the point where we were like super good, and we were always like on the top of the meta and like what's good right then. So we ended up getting like stomped out by people who played it more.
Yeah.
And what would end up happening is like it's like, okay, well, just, do missions and get better stuff,
Right.
Or like play more and then play more to get better at the game. But then it's like, okay, well, we tried that, but it's kind of hard to do that when it's like
Just the two of you?
just the two of you, or even if there's like a third person, and then you just get like rolled up by a couple different ships, or like by one ship that's good, or you just get caught off guard, and then next thing you know, you've like lost all of your treasure from this mission.
Yeah.
You've lost your ship, and you gotta like spawn back at an island.
Yeah.
You've, all this stuff, and it's like, okay, well, that's great, you know. And that might have changed. I was gonna say that might have changed because the last time we played it was like 2018. Fuck.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, I watched, like I said, I watched Potatoes play it, and like I said, it looks fun. But of course, they're playing, I think there's 4 people total. It's IU, am I pronouncing that right? And Reki, and Wake plays with them, and there's one more person, and I don't know who it is. I haven't met them yet. I know they know me. I know they recognize me when I log in and tune into their channel. But and I recognize their voice every time they're playing. But I don't know who that is.
Lily.
Lily. Yeah, okay, that's Lily.
Yeah,
and it just seems like hilarious to play. Totally my speed.
You know, it is on Steam now, and if you would like to pick up copies for the both of us, then I would be more than happy to play.
Yeah, what's coming up next? Your birthday in May?
Uh-huh. I just don't want to have to. I don't want to have to buy it again.
That's
because
called the dad
already,
deflect.
Well, the thing is, I already got it on PC, but hold on. I already got it on PC, but I already paid for it on PC.
Oh,
so...
yeah, that makes sense. Again, I hope I'm saying it right, Ayu. Because, like, when I tuned in to watch Wake earlier, there was somebody else playing with him, and I thought I recognized the voice. Sounds like a venture capitalist. It's funny.
Sounds like a venture capitalist? It's all pirates. You call it an adventure capitalist. Pretty sure that's like already the name of a game.
Adventure capitalist?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. And a little sad.
It's kind of how the game is.
Hilarious and a little sad?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you what, I'm digging this. I'm digging this technique. I'm really liking this. Yeah, I'd happily play this game if you fund me. That's right. Maybe we can get him to sell some cookies or something.
Well, like I said, it's like...
Well, shoot! Now we have community goals. Like we could set a
Yeah.
community challenge or goal on stream. For like 1 billion channel points, we will. I don't know if they do that with bits. I think that's only with channel points. I really do need to spend more time reading up on that stuff, how that works.
Anyways, like I was saying, I've already bought the game. So if you got it on Steam, I think I would have to buy it again on Steam to play with you.
Yeah. You have it on
And
PC.
I have it on PC on
Not
the
Steam.
Xbox store.
Okay, yeah. Probably no transferability of license there whatsoever.
Nope. Because originally when it came out for computers, it was only on the Xbox store. Because it's a Microsoft-owned game.
Yep.
So if you got it on Steam, which really is where you should get it because the Xbox store sucks.
Yeah, I used to play Sid Meier's Pirates a long time ago, and that was a lot of fun. You have to make an Xbox Online account even with the Steam version. Oh, interesting. Thank you.
Oh, that's good to know.
So you probably already have one, right?
An Xbox Online account? Yeah. You know what's fucking ridiculous about that?
What's that?
Why
don't you tell me how you really feel about
Yeah.
it?
They charge...
They being who?
Microsoft/Xbox Corporation. I believe you would not have to buy another copy. Okay, that's good to hear then. Because that's kind of what's been...
That would be beneficial.
So, yeah. But, you can change... You make your account, you make your username, and then if you want to change your username, you change your username. That's it. If you want to change it again after that, $10.
Sorry. Swallowed a little strange there with the carbonation. Change your name? You mean like your character name in the game or something?
No, like your account username.
Oh.
$10.
Well, I mean, I gotta be honest with you, I don't... You're from a generation that does that more frequently than I think I did and my generation did. I could be totally wrong. Could be talking right on, side of my neck. But, I don't, I mean, I guess that's why I put some thought into, like, okay, well, what do I want to set this account name up as?
Well, I do too, but it's like... It depends on when I make the account. Like,
does the shine wear off?
Not really. Whoa, hey, thanks for rating, Wake.
There he is. Hey, Wake, we were
you.
just talking about you earlier. Thank you, Raiders. I have to apologize. We're sitting at the workbench, and the control deck is over on the table behind us where I've got all my hot buttons and stuff. And I don't think I have my Raiders button on here. I don't. On my stream deck. Otherwise, I'd like welcome you with this big, super cool thing that I've set up for Raiders specifically. But thanks. It's good to see you. Hi, Black Queen. That must be... I'll bet you that's Lily, isn't it? Oops. I'm sorry. I don't know if I was supposed to say your name on the stream. We were just talking about, like, the Grumpy Potatoes and all the cool people that they have that play... Sea of Thieves. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Somewhere behind me is the other half of Black Dragon Tavern, my son Deacon. And we're doing some hobby stuff from the bench here because I got the gentle nudge that I need to paint this cathedral up so we can do this
nudge.
Warhammer 40k Crusade stream that he wants to start up. And this is a project.
Year 57 of painting it.
Oh, nice. Thanks, Wake. Yeah, I have binges where, like, I get in the mood to paint, and then I'll go for a long time and I won't want to touch anything. I won't want to paint because I get kind of burned out on it because I did so much of it for so long. But I always find when I jump back in and start doing it again, I really do enjoy it. It all sort of comes back and I'm like, yeah, I remember why I do this now.
Yeah.
I guess it's like any hobby. Like you can get burned out on it after a little while. Multiple tabs. You stopped watching me at some point. I was going to gift her a sub so she could use my emotes, but she wasn't a viewer. Option. Aw. I was just glad to see you streaming earlier. Like I said, like you were one of the first people to reach out to me. You gifted me a sub to the Grumpy Potatoes, and I being new to the whole thing, I like wrote to you. I think I shot you a whisper, and I was like, hey, thanks, I appreciate it. How'd you find me? Because, I don't know how that stuff works. Deacon had been on Twitch before, but back in July of 2019, we had just launched our stream. And
what?
Sorry, 2019, not 2019.
20...
It was July 19th, I think it was.
2021.
Of 2021, yep. That's where the 19 came from. But, point being...
I was going to say, 3 years?
Yeah, it's not that long. No, there are a couple of things that happened on July 19th, and that's why that date's sticking out to me. Anyway, so Grumpy Potatoes was one of the first channels that I tuned into and really started watching. Really dug it. Seemed like really cool people. And then, like today was the first time I got to see Wake streaming live, so that was kind of cool.
Man.
I enjoyed 40K for the game, not for the craft, but then they kept betraying my towel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear ya.
Well, hey, now's a better time than ever. Tower are getting their big new updates.
Yeah, thanks for the follow, Lily. Appreciate that. And again, if you want me to call you by your Twitch handle rather than your name, I'm happy to do that. I just have to build that habit. It's like just a simple change.
Okay, the highlights are starting to... Oh, fucking hell.
I think what I might do is I might take some progress pictures of this, because I've got a bunch of when I printed it and it was all unpainted.
Fuck.
Oh, you poor kid.
Oh my man.
You're still salty and it's been over 5 years. Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, that was almost really bad.
What'd you do?
Started to pour gray paint in there because I grabbed the wrong bottle. So I was looking at chat and I wasn't paying attention. July 19th, Bubble Pop's birthday. Oh, there we go. Picked up 3D puzzles from Costco of the ship from the Mandalorian. Nice.
Fuck. Oh,
Wait, are you talking about a new core book for the Tau or a new core book for Warhammer in general?
Probably just for the Tau. Might be in general.
I don't know how long it's been since
5 years, I think you said.
That's cool. So do you think you're going to do it like, are you going to have like a regular schedule, or are you just going to try to play it by ear and see how that goes? Because I'll keep an eye out for you. We're behind Chris on watching The Mandalorian. I think we're like a season behind. We had,
because we only just got Disney Plus back.
yeah, we had canceled Disney Plus for a little while there when we were down to one job in the household, but now that we're back up to full power, I think we're gonna re-up it, or maybe we did re-up it
because we watched Encanto.
All right, and Hamilton and the Heights. Yeah, Chris, I took your advice. I watched The Heights. That was really good. We watched Encanto too, and it was okay. I wasn't expecting. I didn't know it was an animated movie, a Disney animated movie or whatever.
last Tau Codex I was around for came out right before.
Wow, that's a long one. Let's see. Oh.
Yeah, I get the feeling. Or I feel you there.
Yep, I hear you. I avoided it for literally for decades because when I lived in Michigan, I had friends that owned armies, several armies, and so they would say, "Hey, do you guys want to play 40K?" And I'm sure. So I'd go to their house, and they'd have everything set up, and they'd say pick an army, and I'd pick an army, learn the rules real quick, and I didn't have to buy it. But then just through knowing them and their struggles with the game over the decades, like all the rules changes, all the splat books that would come out, and then they would change everything, and now these models are no longer valid. I kind of made the decision, like, yeah, that's not really a game for me. Bubble Pop loves the heights. Chris, that doesn't surprise me. I was going to say, I'll bet he was running around singing the songs in that. That's awesome. Kind of wish we could see Hamilton. It's supposed to be coming back here this year, isn't it?
It is, but the problem is like all
COVID.
Yep.
Yeah. Changed the bases on several of the units that you made heavy use of.
Yeah. Yep. Updated the base size.
Yeah.
That's they just did something like that too recently. I think it was the new like Primaris Scouts that they added for Space Marines. All of a sudden they're on this weird ass like they're not on 25mm bases and they're not on 32mm bases. They're on like 28mm bases.
It's 28.32751. Right? I mean, it's some weird. I'm being facetious, of course, but they might as well, because that's kind of how they operate. Oh,
yeah, exactly. It's like, here, these are going to be on a base size that, like, nothing else in the game is.
You snuck a video of him? Awesome. Okay, that was Strong Tone. Can you pitch that for me, please? Thank you, sir.
I'm going to miss that.
Yeah, see, the idea was use that big old can of Quick Shade, but not if it's urethane based or whatever the term is. I'm losing all my paint terms. Polyurethane. There we go. So you need mineral spirits to clean it. Turpentine.
Got tired of it real fast. Realized the rules were made to resell units that you already had and not encourage you to buy new units or upgrades. Yeah. The problem is that's what the old editions were like, but they've switched now, where it's like the rules are built to prioritize the new units that they come up with.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden it's like if you really want to stay like at the top of the list, you gotta just be buying the new models over and over, and it's ridiculous.
And we don't really know anybody like that, do we?
We don't actually, because I don't buy all the new units just because they look, just because they're good. I buy them because they look cool.
Oh, that's perfectly valid.
Yeah. Why do you have all of those minis up there?
Well, because eventually they were supposed to make their way onto the tabletop. But see, there aren't specific rules and rule books for those that I have to swap up every couple of years. makes me want to quote somebody that used to say, "See, this is why I don't paint armies." Oh.
Have you checked out Tabletop? I think that's maybe what it's called, Tabletop Simulator Wake, because you can actually play 40K, like the tabletop game, online.
Yeah.
And hydrate.
All right. Cheers. I actually have an emoji or an emote with a Viking with a little beer stein, and it's called Raise Your Horn, even though it's not a drinking horn. But I don't know where that's at. Like
was I supposed to do that before I drank?
My I don't think so. You do what makes you feel good. I still have a couple of we still have a couple of emotes that are waiting to get approved by Twitch. It's like taking them forever because they're just basic emotes. There's nothing controversial about them.
Well, they manually review them. There's like, however many affiliate channels.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Chris. Which is why my armies are still not painted, and yet I keep buying more. Exactly. We don't know anybody who does that.
Yeah, we don't.
No.
Not at all. Dude, like, what are you talking about?
Not a fan of that.
What happened?
I'm just trying out these colors here, and I'm not a fan of that combination. Gonna try out a bit of a different one instead. It's brown, and I'm going for like a dark, like almost rich brown leather, but it looked more... It looked too much like orangish leather.
You gotta be familiar with the Viking kitties.
Yeah.
If you're not, you gotta look them up on.
Hey,
I know
have a good night.
They have that on YouTube. Thanks
for
Black
stopping
Queen.
in.
We'll see you, Lily. Have a good night. Thank you for the follows and the support. Another ad.
On second thought, maybe I won't be using this color.
Well, wow, what's going on?
I don't know if it's clogged up or if I just don't have any left.
Huh. That's funny. Did you see what Wake said? Didn't think about the irony that I raided with the kitty with the battle axe, and you guys are Viking modified.
Modified? Modifed,
yeah. Modification. I'm gonna make up a word.
Let's give this one more shot here. You heading out too, Chris?
We'll see you, Chris. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah.
Appreciate the support. Say hi to the family. Hope you guys are all doing well. We got to catch up soon for sure. After the Rona rolls out of town. Be nice to get a beer with my bestie. Oh, you're not leaving yet? Oh, I see. You were saying goodnight till... Okay.
Yeah. Huh, that makes sense.
Oh, excuse me. Well, let's see. We're going to get in this part here. Beer. Yeah, I missed my opportunity over the Christmas and New Year's holiday, which is for me because I pretty much have cut way back on my alcohol consumption after my heart attack. That's the one time of the year where I'll say, okay, I'm at home, I'm on vacation for the holidays, I'm not doing anything. I will drink. And I usually drink a little more than I do all year. And then that's pretty much it. But I missed that opportunity this year. We didn't make our holiday drinks. We didn't make any of my specialty drinks. We didn't really do any of that. And so, like, I've kind of got beer on the mind lately. No, this is Army Painter Wash. I'm not using Mini Tussin. I bought this specifically for this project, so I had a wealth of it sitting on the workbench, just waiting to be used. But like I said, when I got that can, I got the can thinking I'd use the can because, well, I mean, Jesus, this is like half a pint, maybe? I don't know. I can't see the... Somewhere on here it's got to have the ounces, the liquid ounces or whatever. It's probably underneath that price tag. Anyway, point being, I got that, but, you know, again, I don't want to use turpentine to have to clean my brushes. So I started using these small bottles that I had sitting around, the Quick Shade. A 22-ounce tumbler of half rum and Coke tonight. Nice. I got a bottle, so excited, of Captain Morgan's Black in the confessional behind us over here.
In the confessional.
And I got to break into that. I got a bottle of rum chata upstairs too in the booze cabinet. Love that stuff. Yeah, it does, Chris. This Quick Shade does work really nice.
Good Lord.
Early in the stream tonight, I was talking about how, like, this technique that I'm using, that, okay, I guess let me correct that. Not the technique. The color palette and the color scheme that I'm using, nope, that's fine, is a new one for me. It's a huge departure from how I usually do my buildings, my stone buildings, which was really simple technique I'd been using for 30 years, and I had mastered it, and I can get stone work to look just amazing. And it's just 3 simple steps, 3 simple colors. This one I learned from...
amazing stonework in these 3 simple steps.
3 simple steps, but wait, that's not all. I watched this guy do this building on YouTube, and I was gobsmacked. I was just blown away by how beautiful it looked. And I wrote to him and I said, your technique is awesome. Would you mind sharing what colors you're using? And he did. He wrote back and he gave me all the colors and everything. And then he said, you know, I'm going to go back. I'm going to edit this video and put it in the more information section on YouTube. So he did. And basically, let's see if I can get this out of the way here. And let's see if we can get this in the camera shot here. And this is going to be way overlit, but it's a lot of tans and honey brown and light gray, like a dolphin gray. There's a sand color in here, and so it's a lot of fiddly work picking out every other stone and all that stuff. And you look at it and it's sort of like, you know, looks like sandstone. Man, it's okay. And then I did the wash earlier. Shit. And then let's see if this is going to show up or not. This might be overlit too. So turn it a little bit that way. Now all I have to do is go in here and, like, very gently pick out and highlight and dry brush some key stones in here. And it's amazing. It looks so much like this little church that we saw over in England last time we were there. I'm just blown away by it.
Shit. Oh, that's what I was afraid of.
You've been pretty dry yourself too, Chris? Champagne at New Year's. I'm not sure. I have to apologize, chat. I don't know, like when Twitch runs its own ads here. The ad roll just comes on like every so often. I haven't played around with setting up the settings for that, so I don't know if like when that happens, if you can still hear me talking or not, or I'm not sure how that works. So if every now and then when the ad comes out and I cut out, I apologize, and if you missed something, let me know. Okay, that piece, I think for now. Oh, I didn't do that part. Oh, that's interesting. You only had an ad when you first logged in, not since. Okay. Ads will generally only play for non-subs, and the ads tend not to interrupt streams too much. So piled in the beginning. That's good to know. I know, like, sometimes when I watch streams and an ad comes on, I think what happens is at least from my memory, the streamer goes blank there for a minute. You can't hear them if they're talking. Yep, I should do in here too. Oh! Shit. This is that thing, Deacon, where like this slots on top of another piece, but I know if I don't paint these up,
It's going to be that little bit of overlap.
Yeah, exactly, and it'll be like jumping out like, hey, paint me.
Then it's going to be like, shit, I should have just done this while I had the stuff out.
Yeah, I saw that, Wake. I saw that you can like set them to so that like if you activate it from like a Stream Deck or whatever, it's supposed to supersede not the B rolls, the ad rolls that Twitch has, and so then it changes the schedule or something like that. Interesting. So I'm gonna wash this out, and I think I'm gonna switch up and do some base coating on this now.
Before you jump into that...
You got something for me to check out?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Although I will say, don't pay too close attention to the fur on the inside of the jacket. There are a couple of areas there that I still have to touch up. I just have to wait for it to dry before I can put a wash on it, so...
Oh, this is going to have to be hot washed under the sink. Yeah, let's see. You could get little bits of sheep wool and dab it on there. That would be pretty cool.
No.
What? What do you mean, no?
Because I think it would stick out too much from a textural difference standpoint. standpoint, it would look out of place. But overall, pretty cool.
I like it, yeah. I like it. I like the highlights on the jacket. You need some brighter highlights to make it look like that old leather, that brown
I'm still
bomber
waiting
leather.
for it to dry. I want to make sure it's fully dry before I go on to the next layer.
Sure. Alright, that one's going to have to be washed. And then what do I want to do? It's going to be wood, for sure. So maybe I'll get this back out.
Hey, Aaron. How's it going?
Hey, Aaron! So, Aaron, because you were one of our early regular adapters, now that we're affiliate and like we hit our goal, we hit like 50 followers, we're able to give VIP status. So if you look next to your username there, you'll see a little icon with a little diamond in it. That's the VIP stat. And I think I got that for you too, Wake, because again, you were like one of the first people to reach out to me. And then Chris, we got another slot opening up pretty soon. So don't you despair. Well, that's cool, Wake. You know, I mean, like, I know a lot of people just do it, like they stream whenever they're feeling like doing it. We have like what we call like our normal schedule, I guess you could say, like Fridays and Saturdays, 8 to midnight, or 8 to 10 Central. And then like I find that I'm wanting to stream myself like throughout the week just at odd times. So yeah, that's what that little diamond means, VIP. And I think like the next, it's like it's weird the way the slots open up. Yeah, Chris, there's like so much stuff here that I'm still learning. Like I don't even know. Like I look at some of these icons and I'm like, oh, what's that for? And Twitch sometimes
Sometimes they're helpful.
right. Sometimes they tell you what it means, and sometimes it's sort of like, you've got to discover that.
Yeah. I feel you there. Your work schedule just isn't conductive to like streaming or setting a stream schedule.
I think. Which one of these did I use last? I think it was this one. Yep. Yeah, and like, you know, like when you're off on weekends, those are like sacred. You don't want to really, you know, take them all up. Yeah, okay. So the first, so Wake, if you look at his icons, he's got the diamond. He's got a first one. The first means he's subbed during the first month after affiliate. Nice. And the blue crown is because he's subbed with Prime. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for the explanation. Appreciate that. I do try to Google this stuff too. I try to look or YouTube it because there's a lot of great information on YouTube for new streamers like us. And sometimes you can find stuff, sometimes you can't. But that's one thing I love is like you can always find somebody online just about another streamer that has the info.
Speaking of primes, if you have Twitch Prime and you have not used your Prime subscription, not saying you have to use it here, you know, but if it is available.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Chris, if you're there, that's something like if you have Amazon Prime and you're not using your Amazon Twitch, like you get that for free with Prime. You could use your Prime subscription to subscribe to our channel. It won't cost you a penny. And then we get a credit for that.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to plug it because we're new. We're new to being affiliate. Normally I'm on the other end, like, yeah, I get it. Twitch Prime, yeah, sure. But now that I'm on the other side,
You're like, help Deacon go to miniature painting camp. It's like, oh, where's that at?
Yeah. I have Prime. How do you do that? So you click on the button that says subscribe, and then I have to pull this up. Are you on mobile or are you on a computer? Oh my god, why won't this napkin stay folded? Ah.
Here's where I need those headset with a lamp to see inside of this, like, chapel.
So yeah, first off, Wake is right. If you haven't linked your Amazon Prime to your Twitch account, then definitely do that first.
Yep, that's what I was saying. You have to have that set up.
And I don't actually know how you do that.
You have to go into your account under Prime, like my Prime account, and then there's a section in there for like a whole section on Twitch and how to link those two up. It's not difficult. It's basically like it authorizes it using OAuth, I think. You just put in your Twitch account name and your password, and it connects the two. It may ask you for it may prompt you, it may text you and send you a code that you have to put in. What are you snacking on over there? Oh, you got the Doritos. Are there any left? I'm going to grab a handful. Okay, thank you.
Been snacking on these on and off all night. Just don't get paint on them.
Yeah. Another ad. Wow. Lay's Layers? Huh. I haven't heard of those. Have you heard of those?
LA's Layers. I know LA's Totally Awesome, which is oh, you're yeah.
Chips?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I said Lay's.
Well, okay, so the way he capitalized LA,
oh yeah,
I was thinking like LA's Totally Awesome, which is like a paint stripper. And I was like, oh, do they actually just do paints now?
Well, he did drink a gallon of rum, so...
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, no, I know LA's Totally Awesome. It's not as good as Simple Green, in my opinion. But Lay's Layers, I have seen those. They're like, you know how some people like those chips that get like folded over on themselves or whatever in the frying process?
Oh, that's like one of the first things I dig for. Mm-hmm. Whenever there's like a taco chip in a bag.
Yeah, like
I go for the ones that are double. Yeah, always go for those.
So that's what Lay's Layers are. They're like chips that are specifically designed to be hilarious.
Layered up. I wonder if they just take all the rejects, and then like they toss them in there.
I bet they do, but looking at the bag, it didn't look like they do because it looks like they're its own design. It's kind of cool. It looks like a rose almost, like a rose petal.
Speaking of looking at things,
yeah, trifold potato chips. You can wear them like little pirate hats.
That's awesome. Around the hatch. On the floor, would you say that's stone or should that be wood?
Wood.
So all of it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Up until the window arch.
Yeah. I should just put my big hobby glasses on so I can see in there and get some light. In fact, I think I'm going to do that.
No, that doesn't work.
I got these thanks to DM Minecrafter that's in the chat right now. They were like a lifesaver.
That looks really glossy.
Actually, it was probably more than 8 ounces, but not that much more. There was a time a couple years ago, one summer when I was sitting out I was smoking a brisket. I mean, I wasn't inhaling, I promise. And I started at
rolled
like
the entire brisket up.
yeah, I rolled the entire brisket up. And boy, let me tell you, the amount of papers that took. I was out there from like, seriously, 5 o'clock in the morning on our back porch in the summer. It was absolutely gorgeous. Got the grill going, got the brisket going. It was already prepped. Had to pull it out of the fridge in the morning, threw it on the grill, had the grill going super low, had a book, had a little Bluetooth speaker in my phone. I read an entire book, and I drank an entire fifth of vodka, or not vodka, rum.
And let me tell you, for sitting outside for that long, it was totally worth it. I mean, I did none of the work, but that brisket was really good.
That brisket was amazing. But like, I was effectively walking around all day with a nice little hum. Let's just say that because I don't know what I can say on Twitch, and I don't want to run afoul of any, terms of service. But that brisket was amazing.
Also, good night. Just noticed that you're heading out. Thanks for stopping in. Actually, I don't know if the mic can even pick me up from back there. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, thanks, Wick. Thanks for stopping in. We really appreciate it. Appreciate the support. It's good seeing you. I'm really glad I had a chance to see you stream earlier today. I'll keep an eye out. Let me know when you're going to fire up your channel again or whatever. That'd be kind of cool. Tune in, give you some support there. Grumpy's going too. Oh, I didn't realize you were still in the stream. Okay. Well, thanks, IU. Thanks for dropping in. It was nice to see you and chat with you. Super awesome. We're probably going to be wrapping up here pretty soon anyway. I think we're probably hitting it's 10:45, so we've gone 45 over what we said we were going to.
It's already starting to hit the limits of all right, I'm feeling drained.
Yeah. Yeah, this poor kid, he's over here sniffling and sneezing, and so get him a hot toddy with something in it, non-alcoholic, of course, because but now we're of course in an ad break, so I don't know if that means they can hear us or not. It's 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, I think they can.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you see the ad only popped up on the side.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We had a friend that stopped in right before we were shutting off one night. We wound up staying on for an hour and 45 minutes. That was pretty funny. But thanks everybody for tuning in. We super appreciate that. We will be back tomorrow. We're probably going to play some games from the tabletop over here, some card games or something, or board games. And I think we're going to call it a night too. I think we'll wrap up here. Appreciate your support. I'm going to spare you all the social drops here because you know where to find us. I guess there are a couple other people out there in the stream too, so let me do that. Let me pull up so here's where you can find us. You can find us on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, but to get the YouTube link you have to go to our About page down at the bottom, because that's a big old hot mess of a URL. We don't have a vanity URL for that. Other than that, like where's the stream times? We stream every Friday and Saturday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central, and then every other Friday from 8 to midnight when we play Dante's game, which is a fantasy RPG, and then we'll be doing that next Friday. We have a new player coming on board we're super excited about. So thanks for tuning in. I'm going to go over to the computer. We got 8 folks in the stream. I know some of you are going to bed, but for anybody else who's out there lurking, bear with me. I want to go see if we can raid somebody. Maybe we can bring a little joy and spread the love to like another streamer. So give me just a second. Are my glasses over there?
Yep, they are.
Uh,
Good Lord.
Grab those glasses.
Oh man, this sucks.
We're still live, by the way.
I know.
All right, let's see.
I'm keeping the now very inactive stream entertained.
All right, here. Let's go raid Akio Ari. So I want to go. She's playing Wanderlust is on. Oh, he's playing D&D. So I wonder.
He's got less viewers.
Raid Wonder?
Mm-hmm. He's got
Okay.
less viewers.
All right. So
He's helped us out a lot.
yeah. So let's do this. Okay. So chat. I'm over on the other side of the room. Hopefully you can still hear me. Hang tight. And we're gonna do a raid. Wanderlust RPG, and there's a little bit of a countdown here. So in about 6 seconds, we're going to be joining another channel called Wanderlust RPG. Super awesome individual.
And just while we're heading there, again, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you
for
all
tuning
for
in,
tuning
everybody.
in.
I'm going to hop over there with you for a bit.
Super awesome.
Oh my god, we're getting raided by Black Dragon Tavern. Hey.
I suddenly can't math. I genuinely hope they're not afraid of dick jokes, so.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Black Dragon Tavern, welcome in. Thanks for the follow, friends. Nice. Yeah, GTKO, thanks.
To repeat the dick jokes to the
Yeah, we are definitely
Well,
beating
we
the
did.
jokes.
We are definitely beating the dick jokes.
Fuck.
Yeah, I think
Oh my god.
to the ground.
We moved on to like dildo jokes, so.
We are.
Oh my gosh, look at all the follows. Thank you guys so much. Andy, Wake, and
Nice. That's.
Motherfucker, I've been holding these in on the stream.
I got talked up by Microphone because he's a dick.
Oh my god!